she does that 5-grade thing, eh? It's nuts.
And one of my friends bought me this newspaper article, and I was reading it just going, oh my God, this is brilliant, like amazing. Because I knew what was coming. And it was a future that I didn't think we were going to be able to avoid for her. Hoists and machinery and separating her, segregating her more from a life that she's already so taken from. So when I saw this, it was this, we just went, oh my God, this would be amazing. The growth attenuation treatment was something that we could do to really, I believe, extend her life. I totally believe that it will extend her life and make her more part of the world, not less. None of the other operations did that.
The idea behind growth attenuation is that you're keeping someone small for the convenience of those around them, not so that the individual is able to have the most fulfilling life. And I think that's the crux of the ethical issue. It's not about the individual, it's about those around the individual. And we really believe that all people are entitled to have the optimal life possible, which means making decisions for themselves, making choices, and people don't just choose to be made small for the convenience of others. I think having an optimal life includes having a diversity of experiences, including growing older, having relationships, interacting with other people on your own terms, not on terms that have been decided for you. I think the challenge for family members who are making this kind of decision is their knowledge about what's available to them to support them as caregivers and to support the family member they love. And if there were supports available to them, they wouldn't be put in a position of thinking that this is a choice to make. I think it's more a reaction to limited supports than anything else. And if the supports were available, this wouldn't even be on the radar.
We didn't stomp on her human rights. As far as I'm concerned, we did the opposite than that. You know, surely she's got the right to live as good a life as she can, as pain-free as she can, as healthy as she can, as involved and participatory as she can. And we feel like we've given her that. We don't feel like we've taken anything.
Not too late. Well, it isn't.
Well, I think the biggest argument that I've heard, the main argument, is that you're depriving this child of her right to be a child. And so you're stopping her growing, you're making her smaller, and then you're also then depriving her of the right to be a woman because you're making her smaller. And I do respect those opinions, but I think we need to look at it in the context of Charley and her disability, and she's at the severest end of the spectrum. This is a girl who is blind, who is deaf, who can't move, who has to be fed, who is totally dependent on all daily cares on her parents. in the context of Charley, I do think I've done the right thing in treating her, in part by accident, because there have been some quite marked beneficial effects of the high dose estrogen. They have caused her muscle spasms to be much less. She seems to be in less pain, and the family have stated to me that that's the first time they felt she smiled spontaneously. She's been happier. She's had less seizures, and these are all things that we know that estrogen potentially can do, and I was just surprised that they occurred to such a dramatic level in Charley. But at another level, the family are happier. She's able to go away with them overseas on holidays. She can participate with the family and what they do, and I think if the family are happier and they're able to look after her, I think she's going to be happier.
Hopefully, if she really does have a deep understanding, she'll know that I did this out of love for her, that I did the best I could to give her the best life that I could. If she has a true understanding, maybe that's what she'll know.